Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm sharing with you a recipe of a white bloomer. This bread turns out to be absolutely lovely, and if you do like fresh bread, you know there is nothing better than a home-baked loaf. I have shared with you a recipe of no knead bread, however this one does require a little bit of kneading. However, that's why I have my trusted food presser here. You can do this by hand if you wanted to, just gonna take you that a little bit longer. As for the ingredients, guys, again, is it typically pretty much typical bread ingredients. We have 500 grams of strong bread flour, 320 milliliters of water, 30 grams of softened butter, 10 grams of salt, 10 grams of yeast, and a splash of olive oil. So first things first, let's get it all mixed together. So flour goes in. Let's go with a bit of salt. Let's go with the yeast. Butter. And let's pour some water. Okay, I've got my dough hook attachment here already ready to go, and we're going with a tiny splash of olive oil. Okay, and let's get mixing. If at some point you guys find that is lacking a little bit of the moisture in there, just add on a little bit more olive oil or a little bit more of water. I'm going with a tiny bit of olive oil, literally just a tiny bit, just to help it combine all together. So after a few minutes, we can see it's started to combine nicely together. Okay, all I'm going to do, because I'm going to prove this in this metal bowl, I'm going to spray some olive oil around the bowl and a little bit on my hand. Okay, I'm going to get the bread dough off. Okay, let's get this unscrewed. It will be slightly sticky, ever so slightly, but that's fine. Okay, that comes off clean, so that's good. Okay, we just roughly punch a couple of times, so I just like doing that. All right, and then guys, just roughly make it into the bowl. There it goes. Beautiful bowl, and in it plops in there. Cover it up with a cling film if you want. Okay. And now I'm going to put this in one place until it's doubled in size. See you then. So it's been there for about 3 hours, okay, and this is what we have. It has risen quite a lot. It's been in a really warm room, so it's gone a little bit sweaty, but that's absolutely fine. So next thing we're going to do, guys, okay, I've got some flour. We're going to get this out now. Let's not get my flowers in the way. Okay, and I'm going to get this out and knead that into a nice shape. Okay. Look at that. You can see how glutinous that is. That's amazing. That's lovely. Okay, get that out. Okay, I think we need more flour. Don't overwork it too much, okay, because we do want to have all this lovely air inside it. But we just need just a little bit, guys. Okay, right, so it's lovely. Right, idea is we're shaping this into what shape you would like your loaf to be, okay? Make sure you always tuck in. When you shape your bread, as you tuck in and you dig in your fingers underneath it, that makes sense? So we'll have a nice round top, and then the joint is always underneath. Okay, right, so we'll have a lovely loaf. I like that shape. So, right, we're done with that. Next thing, I've got a tray with another non-stick base in here. So the bread goes in with a little bit more flour, okay? Goes in the tray. Okay, I'll put this in front of you, sorry. So again, just make it shape. A little bit more flour on top, quite a bit. Okay, and in it goes to proof, guys, okay, for another couple of hours at least. I've got a clean towel here, so I'm gonna put this aside, literally. Make sure, guys, it is somewhere warm, and make sure your towel is clean put it on top, put it aside and just wait. Keep checking it a little bit, but make sure there's no air gets in there because it will get that crusty skin that we don't want before baking it. So I'm going to leave it there for a few hours and I'll see when it's ready. So guys, here we are. Look at this. Okay, it's more than doubled in size, okay? It's looking absolutely lovely. So the next thing is, guys, make sure your oven is preheated to 180 degrees Celsius. Make sure you have a tray that's right at the bottom of your oven. And right before we're gonna put the bread in, you're just gonna put a little bit of water in there. And water is gonna help. It's gonna help us steam the bread and make sure that the crust is gonna be nice and crispy, but not too crispy and dried out. So before I put this in the oven, okay, I've got a little bit more flour, okay, and I'm going to gently just sprinkle this on top, rub it in. And again, this will stop bread of burning too much on the top, okay? We want it crispy and brown, but just not too much, okay? So, flour on the top, and we're going to score the bread, whatever way you want to score it. And this basically will control the rise of the bread. Before, I've made some experiments where you bake the bread without scoring the bread, and when it's basically rising up in the oven, it kind of looks a bit odd shaped sometimes. You can have some air pockets in one place, so it rises up, and it doesn't particularly look nice. So scoring the bread whatever way, it helps us to create a better aesthetically looking loaf. So without further ado, guys, in it goes in the oven for 30 minutes. Ta-da! It is ready. Look at that, guys. It's looking beautiful. It's been in the oven. Okay, I turned the oven off and it sat there for 5 minutes with the door open so I can just handle this a little bit better. Before you turn the oven off, to make sure that your bread is cooked, make sure to turn it upside down, give it a tap. If it sounds hollow, that means it's cooked through. If you're still unsure, then please use a skewer, insert it inside, and if it comes out clean, then the bread is ready. Next thing is going to be, guys, I'm just going to put this on the cooling rack, okay, and just let it cool just ever so slightly, a little bit more, and then we're going to cut and have a look what it looks like inside. So I cannot actually wait any longer. It's still a little bit warm, but this is the best. So let's get it cut and have a look. I'm so excited. So guys, as you can see, this is absolutely lovely. It's got crispy little skin on the top and it's absolutely yummy and soft on the inside. Exactly what you expect from a home baked bread. So this is literally as simple as that. Yes, now I'm going to put some butter in it and enjoy it just by itself. Of course, I'm going to let this one totally cool. Do not put any kitchen towel on the top of this because whilst it's still warm, it will create a little bit of the steam and it'll become a bit soft and not crispy. So let it totally cool down first and then you can cover it with a kitchen towel. That's absolutely fine. But otherwise, that's it, guys. This is literally as simple as that and as yummy as that. So if you have enjoyed the recipe, don't forget thumbs up. Maybe subscribe if you haven't. Otherwise, I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.